Hello children, welcome to the YouTube channel of Welkin National School, Vasai East. This is Mrs. Mamata Biju, your subject teacher of SST. Today I will be teaching for Standard 5th History, Chapter number 8, Beginning of Settled Life. Domestication of animals. Domesticated animals like the dog, goat, sheep, cattle, buffalo, etc. are useful to man in many ways. There are three main steps in the domestication of a species of any animal. First is capture of the wild animals. Second is taming the captured animals, that is training them to live with humans. Third is obtaining useful materials like milk etc. from them and training them to work for humans as beasts of burden. When the third step is achieved, the animal is supposed to be completely domesticated. Domesticating animals and keeping them for our own use is called animal husbandry. In the 6th lesson, we have seen that the dog was domesticated in the Middle Stone Age. The dog is the first animal to have been domesticated. Dogs were used to help with hunting. The goat and sheep were domesticated next. Now in this chapter they have given this picture. This is the modern bull, okay, and this is the reconstruction of the ancestors of the modern bull, that is the wild bull. Now over here in this paragraph they have explained that domestic animals like dog, goat, sheep, cattle, buffalo, these animals are very useful in many ways. There are three main steps for domesticating of a species, that is I have read in the point form, that is capture of wild animals, then they train the animals to live with humans, they even train the animals for human use, we obtain milk from animals, and once the third step is achieved, then animals is completely domesticated. Then domesticated animals and keeping them for their use is called animal husbandry. Now we have learned in the Middle Stone Age that dogs are used for hunting and goats, sheep were also domesticated. Agriculture. Archaeological evidence is available to show that agriculture first began about 11,000 years ago in Israel and Iraq. Women are credited to have started cultivation. They might have used pointed stick to sow seeds. Women in some tribe still sow seeds by this method. In order to help dig deeper into the soil, the stick was weighted using a perforated stone. Now they have given the picture plough pulled by the bullocks. You must have seen in many villages from this kind of plough pulled by bullock. In the previous lesson, we have learned that people had to stay in one place because of the nature of agricultural work. Now, agricultural production increased considerably after the plough pulled by animals came into use. Agriculture became the main source of livelihood. Now, people began to worship nature and various deities for good crops. Essential things like sharing of agricultural tasks and water resources and the security of the village settlement gained importance. People in the village settlement established some rules and customs to manage these things. Thus, a social system based on agriculture came into existence. Now, they have given this photograph. Now they have given, can you see this picture? Women using pointed sticks to sow seeds. They are using the pointed sticks to sow the seeds. Now in this paragraph they have explained that as per the archaeological evidence, agriculture was first began about 11,000 years ago in Israel and Iraq. Now women started cultivation and they used pointed stakes to sow seeds. Now tribal women still use this method to dig deeper into the soil. The sticks was weighted using a perforated stone. Okay, so this is the perforated stone they have put in this stick. Before in the lesson we have learned that because of the agricultural work people had to stay in one place. Now after the plough pulled by animal came into use, agricultural production got increased and it became main source of livelihood. The people started worshipping the nature of various deities for good crops. Now sharing of agricultural tasks and the water resources, security of village settlement gained importance. Now they started establishing some rules and customs to manage these things. Special skills and various occupation. In the times before agriculture, people obtained food such as meat, fruits and roots by hunting and gathering, but could not store it for a long time. Therefore, all the men and women in the community were continuously engaged in getting food. In the agricultural system, it became possible to store food grains for long period. There was more food available than was needed by the community. Some women and men thus began to get spare time for experimentation and for using their natural creativity to develop special skills. Now they have given the picture of this, a woman potter with handmade pots. Now she is preparing the potter by her hand. Members with such special skills were given work based on those skills. Thus arose craft like making earthen pots, beads, etc. It is believed that in the New Stone Age, women made earthen pots and other earthen objects by hand. Now over here they have explained in this paragraph that before the people used to obtain food such as meat, fruits, roots and by hunting and gathering. Now but it was not able to store it for a long time, so men and women were engaged for getting food, and because of agricultural system it was possible to store food grains for long period. Now men and women used to get spare time for experimenting natural creativity to develop special skills. Those who were having special skills, they used to get work on the basis of that skills. Now they used to make earthen pots, then beads and various kinds of objects. Okay. Community life based on mutual cooperation. The farmers in the village settlement were now producing surplus food. They needed skilled craftsmen for tasks like making agricultural implements and repairing them. Such craftsmen were paid in the form of food grains or other articles. The craftsmen needed to obtain the craftsmen needed to obtain their raw material from long distance. The price of these raw materials was also paid in the form of food grains, articles, etc. Thus, the barter system of buying and selling was established. The barter system also began to be used when there was a need to obtain raw material, finished objects, other articles of daily use, etc. from other places. Salt is an essential item. Most of the village settlement needed to obtain it from far away places. Salt traders also traded articles they received in exchange of salt. The salt trade helped the expansion of trade in the New Stone Age. The village community made rules for mutual cooperation in order to keep this system of trade and distribution of resources running smoothly. People responsible for the implementation of these rules became the chief of the village settlement. The chief were also entrusted with the protection of the village. This is how the village administrative system came into being. Evidence of the protective walls and moats around the village settlement of the New Stone Age has been found in excavation. These walls were built to protect the village settlement from floods, wild animals and outsiders who stole the village cattle. Now over here in this paragraph they have explained that when the agriculture became their main occupation and production were in surplus, food they required, then skilled craftsmen from the tasks like making agricultural implements and repairing them. They were paid in the form of food grains or other articles. Now craftsmen obtained their raw materials for long distance. The food grains and article of these raw materials made the barter system, and the barter system means what? Buying and selling of goods. Now there is no cash transaction, there is only the goods transaction. Okay, there was need for raw materials, finished goods, other articles for daily use. So the salt was an essential item. Essential item means important item for that. Now for this they used to go far away places. So the trading started of salt, like exchange and receive of salt. Now to keep the system of trade distribution properly, village people made rules for the mutual corporation in order to keep it smoothly. So the people became responsible for this, and this started administrative system in the excavation of evidence of protective walls and moats were found. So that it protected from floods, wild animals and outsider who cannot stole the village cattle. Structure of houses. The houses at the beginning of the New Stone Age were made of wattle and daub. The walls were screens woven from sticks or bamboos, plastered with mud or cow dung. Later, the population of the village settlement grew because food was available in plenty. The village settlement became permanent and expanded. Still later, people began to build quadrangular houses of the sun-dried bricks. Some houses appear to have had more than one room. The houses were built very close to each other. Regional differences are seen in the style of constructing houses, depending on the local climate. Now, can you see the picture? Now, this is the picture, a quadrangular house reconstructed from the traces of round post and other remains in the ground. Now, this is the other one, a New Stone Age village settlement at Mehergarh, Baluchistan. Okay, this is the old one and this is the new one. Now, in this paragraph, they have explained that in those days the structure of houses were made of wattle and daub. Now, the walls were screen woven from sticks or bamboos, plastered with mud or cow dung. The population was more, so it started expanding, and then later the houses were built in the quadrangular houses, sun dried bricks. It was more than one room. The houses were built very close to each other. Village settlement, kinship and family. It appears from the plans of the houses and the village settlement that people staying there belong to a single clan. It means that they were all related to one another. Thus, the entire village settlement was an extended family. People living in one house were close relation, but they were also members of the extended village family. A dead person a dead person was buried either in the house or in the courtyard. Perhaps the idea was that the person's bond with the family should not get cut off even after death. Families would also bury various articles with the dead person for them to use even after death. Now, over here they have explained that according to the plans of the houses, people stayed and belonged to a single clan. Now, there were also related to one another, so the entire village settlement was extended family. Now, those people living in one house were close relation and the family member extended. And whenever any person dies, they are either buried in house or in the courtyard. Now, the idea behind that was the person's bond, the relationship should not get cut off even after the death. Now, with the various articles is also buried with the dead person. So, students, we have completed this chapter. Hope you all have understood this chapter. Bye students, take care and have a nice day.